In this video, I'll show you how to death spiral in Sea of Thieves. This is one of the most essential skills to learn if you want to master naval PvP. The death spiral is used in the endgame of fights to finish off your opponent. But before you can death spiral them, you must first immobilize their ship. You'll want to start by anchoring them or dropping their mast, or ideally you will have done both. Your opponent will be in survival mode, trying as hard as they can to repair their ship and start moving again. Your mission is to keep constant pressure on your opponent and overwhelm them to complete the sink. This is where death spiraling comes in. You must circle your opponent's ship to open up as many holes as possible, and you will also need to gatekeep their mast from being repaired. The idea of a proper death spiral is that your ship will sail in autopilot. Death spiraling is the art of finding the perfect combination of sail height and wheel turn to put your ship in the perfect orbit. Your ship will sail itself while you can focus on using the cannons and boarding your opponent. So now let's talk about how you death spiral. Let's say you just dropped your opponent's mast. The first thing you should do is fully turn the wheel to begin circling around the enemy ship, and you should half raise your sails. This slows down your ship and makes it easier to maneuver. Now you should be able to straighten out the wheel just a little bit. If you are very close to the enemy ship, you have a tighter orbit, so the sharper you'll need to turn the wheel. By contrast, if you are very far away from the other ship, then your orbit is larger, so the wheel will barely need turned at all. The closer you are to their ship, the tighter your wheel should be turned with your sails half raised. You want to be close enough to land shots with ease, but not so close that your ship is easy for them to board. The best option is to be somewhere in the middle. Don't panic if you mess up the death spiral. You'll definitely need to hop back on the wheel and adjust it a few times until you get the perfect autopilot orbit. Once you have the perfect orbit figured out, the other ship is pretty much screwed. If you find yourself accidentally ramming the other ship, then it's definitely because you're moving too fast and you need to raise sails more. The slower your ship is moving, the easier it is to react and adjust the wheel if the course of your orbit is off. Death spiraling is very hard to master. You're always under pressure when you're trying to start a death spiral, because your opponent is simultaneously trying to fix their ship and escape you. Don't get discouraged if you mess this up the first 20 times you try it. I promise it will get easier each time until you finally understand how to do it right. This is definitely the most important naval technique to learn, so it will definitely feel rewarding once you have it down. The key is to practice so you get super comfortable with it. And you can even practice this just by circling rocks or tiny islands. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting new PvP guides every day.